Today's class is going to focus on the concept of ease. We all know that a lot of what we have to do in life, we have to work hard, we have to try hard, we have to do things faster, better, whatever, but not this practice of yoga. I am really inviting you to, instead of trying harder, to try easier. And how do we know when we're pushing too hard? Well, the best gauge is your breath. If you're able to find a nice, easy breath that's flowing well as you do the postures, your body is comfortable and you're moving through the postures with ease. But if you're struggling to breathe, if your breath becomes jagged, a little bit difficult, feeling a little cut off in spots, it's important to recognize that and back away. And of course, always, if something feels physically uncomfortable to you, to either modify the pose or sit that pose out and just pick up when you feel comfortable again. So I invite you all to find a comfortable position in your chair, feet flat on the floor, shoulders relaxed, spine long, and beginning to explore that concept of what ease feels like in a seated position. Enough engagement of the muscles so your spine stays straight, but also that sense of comfort and ease so that you can breathe fully, completely, allowing your eyes to close or looking softly at the floor and tuning into the breath. And just simply watching as the breath moves in and out of your body. There's no need to change anything just now. Allow yourself just to notice. Perhaps even noticing where in your body the breath is most prominent. Noticing your physical body and noticing your thoughts. Allowing those thoughts to just rest in the breath. Setting your intention to be kind to yourself during your practice. So let's just practice for a few breaths, a technique to help reduce anxiety and tension. Let yourself breathe in to a count of 3. Hold the breath for a count of 2. And then exhale to a count of 4. Breathing in for 3. Pausing for 2. Exhaling for 4. And if this technique is not comfortable for you, certainly just return to your natural breath. In through the nose to a count of 3. Holding to a 2 count. Exhaling through the nose or mouth for 4. Let's do a couple more rounds of that breath. And then releasing that technique and just letting your natural breath come back, taking a moment to notice how you feel. And we'll bring our centering to close by pressing our palms together in front of our hearts and combining our voices in the sound of Om. Om. Om Shanti, peace. May our practice bring us peace. So allowing your hands to rest on your thigh, let's take a breath in and just lift the chin. And then exhale, dropping the chin towards your chest. Moving slowly as you breathe in, lifting the chin. And exhale, dropping. Again, working within that range that creates openness, but also is full of ease. Not working too hard. Let's do that once more. Inhale, lifting the chin gently. And exhale, allowing your chin to fall to your chest. Bringing the head to neutral. And now we're going to turn the head from side to side. So looking over your right shoulder, take a breath in. And then gently pivot your head to the left. Rest of the body stays quiet as you pivot the head from side to side with an easy connection with the breath. Let's do that once more from side to side. Deep breath in and exhale. Breath in again and back to the other side. And then returning your head to a neutral position. Allow your left ear and your left shoulder to kind of fall together. I'm going to add a little pressure from my left hand, just letting it rest lightly on the top of my head, dropping your right hand down towards the floor. So you can either stay like this or gently add a little forward and back, rocking with the head. Noticing your breath. Noticing any sensation. Good. And then bringing that to center, let's bend that left elbow and cradle it with the right palm. Let the elbow lift right up to the sky and breathe. Elbows back, shoulders back, chest open to breath. Good. Notice if you're using more muscles than you need to use to do this. Great. So let's release that now and interlace the fingers and imagine that you're pulling the hands away from each other. So keeping that tension between your fingers, let's gently turn to the right. Breathe it back to center and rotate to the left. So as you're going from side to side with this, try to keep your sit bones nice and square on your seat. So you're just moving the upper body. Back to center, release the hands. Take a breath. And we'll do all of those movements on the other side. So beginning with just letting the right ear and the right shoulder fall together. Shoulders are down. I'm going to place my right hand on top of my head and allow the left hand to fall towards the floor. You can add that little forward and back movement with the head if you like. This is an option. Remember, everything in this class is optional except breathing. Thank goodness. Good. So let's bring that elbow up to the ceiling. Cradle it with your left palm. Sit nice and tall. Good. Elbows back, shoulders back. Breath is steady. Wonderful. Bringing those hands in front of the body again, interlacing the fingers. Notice how the elbows are directly out to the side. And let's twist from side to side. Just a few times here. Good. And bring it back to center. Release your hands and take a breath. Let's move through our 6 movements of the spine. I'm going to warm up the lower body a little just by doing some circles on my hips first. So the upper body is very fluid, just letting the movement arise kind of organically. Let's go the other direction. Good. And then bring it to neutral. Let's begin with the 6 movements, starting with the cat and the dog. Breathing into dog, the chest moves forward, the shoulders, elbows move back, head looks up. And then exhale, rounding your spine into cat. Let that breath go. Breathing in, opening, breathing out, tucking the chin. Always remembering that the more you can let go of the exhale, the more room you have for that next breath to come in. So a couple more times with the dog and the cat. Last time. And exhale. Good. Squeeze out all that breath. Coming back to a nice tall sit, we'll move through our twists. We'll do both versions. So starting with the right arm, stretch it out nice and long. Exhale, bring that palm to your left knee, left hand to the chair. Breathe in, sit tall, breathe out, and begin to twist. Being gentle with the neck, crossing the legs if you like. Letting the breath fill the whole body. One more nice deep breath. And let it go completely. Uncross your legs if they're crossed. And let's bring both feet over to the left. So always remember, with this version of the twist, we're going to be taking a hold of the back of the chair, but to hold on low down on the back. So your shoulders slide down your back. Beginning with a tall sit on an in-breath, exhale, reaching around. Still being gentle with your neck. Lengthening on the in-breath, twisting on the exhale. One more nice deep breath. And let the exhale bring you around to the front. Let's do both twists on this side. Left arm reaches out, Great. Exhale, bring that palm to your right knee, right hand to the side of your chair. Leg cross if you choose to do that. Good. Let's inhale and release this version of the twist and get ready for the other version. So that means we're going to move both feet over to the right. Nice straight spine. Good. Breathe in and reach behind you. So it even might be that both hands don't come to the back of the chair. So even if you can just bring your right hand to the back of the chair, you'll get a little modified version of the twist, and that's just fine. Comfort is the name of the game for this practice. Good. And let's inhale here. Come all the way around and get ready for thread the needle. So one of the suggestions I have for practicing ease is to remember how you usually do a pose. For instance, if you typically do thread the needle with a sweep of the arm all the way up, you may want to modify it today and just bring the arm up halfway and just see how different that feels in your body. Good. Let's start with the right arm. Stretch it out. Slide it along your left thigh. So we move into the pose slowly, mindfully. Head is relaxed. And you can add the arm sweep. Again, you can bring it all the way overhead. You can bring it part way up. Let your head be very relaxed. And we'll release that now. Take a breath. Other side. Reach out with that left arm, straighten your spine, slide it along your left thigh, and ease yourself forward. Again, think about how you usually do this pose and see if you can back off. And instead of doing 100%, maybe lower it down to 50 or 75% of maximum. Notice how that feels. Great. And inhale, let's release. So I'm going to bend my left leg and bring the knee up. And I'm going to cradle the knee and the foot. So you can hold on with the palms of your hands. And let's just rock this hip. Very gently. Giving it a nice, easy rock. Making sure your upper body stays straight at the same time. Great. We're going to go into the figure 4 stretch from here. So crossing wherever is comfortable for you, whether it's the ankles, the knees. I'm going to place the foot up on my thigh. Take a minute to sit tall. Great. And add whatever level of intensity works for you, but maybe a little less. Remember, the mantra for today is try easier. No struggle, no effort. Great. Inhale, let's come up. We'll add a little twist here. So keeping the legs in whatever position you have them in, let's take the right hand, bring it to the left knee. and just look over the shoulder. Slightly different version of the twist. Great, and breathe it back to center. So every time we modify these twists or other postures ever so slightly, we're targeting a different muscle group. So it's a nice workout for the whole body. So let's do the leg cradle on this side. Just going to rock the foot, and it may be that all you can do here is just rock the knee back and forth. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry about getting that foot up if it doesn't want to go. Ready for the figure 4 stretch? Let's do it. Nice and tall. Pressing down on the knee, up on the foot, leaning forward if you like. Nice steady breath, please. Good, and inhale, let's come on up and do our twist on this side. So it's the left hand that's going to come to the right knee, and around we go. Good, and then inhale back to center, uncross. So I thought we'd review our sun salutation, our moon salutation, and eagle pose. And we'll do all 3 of those poses seated. And then I will invite you, if you would like, to do them standing with me. If standing is not something that's working for you today, you can simply repeat them in a seated position. That's absolutely fine. So let's warm up the upper body for the sun salutes with a few sun breaths. So breathing in, just lifting the fingertips, making sure the shoulders are relaxed. And working with the breath. Feet are flat on the floor. Good. One more breath in, and we'll hold here in seated mountain. Feel your whole body breathing from the soles of your feet all the way up to the tips of your fingers. Great. Bring your palms together and let them come to rest at your heart. And we'll start our half sun salutations in a seated position. So I always begin by pressing my palms together just a little bit to get those muscles nice and activated. Good. Inhale, arms sweep up. Let's exhale and lengthen and reach back. Take your breath into mountain. Fold forward. Palms to knees, come up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, arms sweep up. Reach it back. Take the breath in to mountain and then exhale to your heart. Wonderful. Let's move into the moon salutation. So inhaling, arms come up. And remember, if by bringing your palms together, you notice that your shoulders have come up towards your ears, you can always separate your hands. Good. Breathe in, lengthen, and then let's arch to the right. Both arms are straight, whether the palms are together or not. Try to keep the arms straight. Good. Inhale up, lengthen a little bit, and then dive down over to the left. Reach it back up. We're going to do our back bend so hands can stay in this position, or you can bring your arms out to the side or palms supporting the lower back, whatever feels best. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, reach it back. Back through center. Good. Forward fold here. Folding right at the hip crease, thinking about lengthening as you come forward, reaching all the way down. Just relax for a minute. You can release your hands and your arms. You can give your head a little bit of a shake. Let's re-engage the arms now. We're going to come up, pressing your feet into the floor. Great. Lengthen and half moon to the left. Breathing back through center and exhaling half moon to the right. Back through center. And back to your heart. Take a few breaths. Let's work on eagle pose. So open your wings, backs of the hands together. Exhale, take that left arm and bring it across. Right arm on top. Wrap the arms or cross your arms across your chest. Upper arms squeezing together. Good. Let's take the left foot, cross it over the right, and press the toes into the floor. Squeeze your thighs towards each other. Gaze is beyond your fingers, and the breath is steady. Good. Breathe in, uncross the legs, open your wings, and we'll go to the other side. So this time the right arm goes around the left. Arms squeeze together. Right foot crosses over the left. Squeeze those thighs. They want to drift apart, so bring them as close together as you can. Nice steady breath, steady gaze. One more breath, please. And then allow the exhale to release that. Arms float down and take a breath. So based on your experience doing those poses seated, I now give you the option of joining me. We're going to do all three, the sun salute, the moon salute, and eagle pose standing, and you can always repeat them seated. So here we go. So I'm going to stand alongside my chair in case I need it for support, palms pressing together, getting ready for this half sun salutation. Keep those knees soft. Don't lock them. Great. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, reach it back. Good. Inhale, and now open your arms, swan dive forward. You could always keep one hand on the chair if that feels better. Palms to the knees, come up halfway. Exhaling and folding. Inhaling, arms sweep up. Exhale, reach it back. Breathing back to mountain, coming to rest at your heart. Ready for the moon salutation? Here we go. Arms sweep up. Lengthen those arms. Again, hands can be separated if that helps your shoulders. Good. Feet flat on the floor. Good. Lengthen and half moon to the right. Let this outside hip be free to move. Inhaling through center, exhaling to the other side. Think about lengthening. Great. Bring it back to center. Ready for your back bend? And it might be that you do want to keep one hand on the chair just for a little bit of extra balance. Good. Inhale, exhale, reach it back. Take your breath in. And now keeping your fold coming right from the hip crease, let's come on down. And relax just for a minute. Shake your arms, shake your head. Soften the knees. You might want to pedal the feet, bending and straightening the knees. That's fine. Let's re-engage the arms and up you come. Good. Half moon to the left. Back through center, half moon to the right. Back through center. And finishing that sequence right at the heart center. Take a few breaths. As we work on eagle pose, you may want to just work on the upper body. You may want to just work on the lower body. You may want to do both. Or if you need the stability of a hand on the chair, you can always just keep one hand there. Lots of options here. Good. Backs of the hands together. Let's exhale. Take the left, bring it under the right, and wrap. Remember your choices for the arm positions. Draw those elbows down. Squeeze the upper arm bones together. Shift your weight now to your right foot and just cross the left foot over, squeezing the thighs. So we're working a little bit on balance here. Nice steady breath. Good. Let's take in one more breath and then uncross your feet, open your wings, and let's go to the other side. So right comes under the left. Good. Squeeze those arm bones. I always like to create a little bend in the knees before I cross one foot over the other. I find it easier to do that way. Squeeze the thighs together. Let your breath be steady. Notice if you're working too hard. Are you clenching your jaw? Are you using some muscles that really don't need to work so hard? Great. Let's release this now as you breathe in. Open those beautiful wings of yours and let the arms float down. And just stand and receive the pose. Let's come into warrior. So I think what we'll do is step forward into warrior. Remember, we have the choice of stepping forward or stepping back. So we're going to step forward. I'm going to step slightly behind my chair. Hands to the hips. Good. And we're going to step forward with the right foot. Take a breath in and send that right foot forward. Good. Sink your pelvis down. Square your hips so they're facing forward. Add your arms if you like, one or both. Good. So inhale, straighten the legs. Let's bring the left hand to the left hip and just gently rotate to the left. So we're adding a little bit of a twist here. Nice extension in the arm, gentle with the neck. Great. Inhale back to center. Lower your arm and step your feet together. Let's do tree pose with the foot on the chair. So I'm going to be lifting my right foot, placing it on the chair. So take a minute to press that knee back. You want to open the hips. Branches can be one arm or both. Breathe. Shoulders relaxed. Breath is steady. Supporting knee nice and soft. Great. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hands. And release that foot. And just pause for a couple of breaths. Ready for the other side? Let's do it. Good. So remember, we're going to be stepping forward. We're going to be stepping forward with the left foot this time. So take a nice deep breath in, send that left foot forward. Ha, good. Sink down. Square those hips. Feel as if there's a magnet pulling your core right down to the center of the earth. Add one arm or both arms. Feel your whole body breathe from the soles of your feet all the way out through the tips of your fingers. Good. Let's straighten the legs and take your right hand, bring it to your right hip. Left arm reaches up and we twist to the right. So think about really reaching those fingers up. Lots of extension through your side body. Nice full breaths. Wonderful. Exhale, hands come down. Right foot steps forward. And let's get ready for tree pose. So now it's the left foot that's going to come up on the chair. And we're going to just gently invite this knee to move back so we get the hips nice and open. Build your branches. And again, if your shoulders are tight, just like in half moon, feel free to separate your hands. Allow those shoulders to slide down the back. Soften the knees. Good. Hands come back to center. And we release the foot from the chair. Nicely done, everybody. Let's take a seat. So let's just come into a little gentle twist to the left. Guide it back to center. And then let your hands slide down your legs, coming into a little forward fold. Breathing yourself back up and twisting to the right. Back through center. And one more forward fold. And up you go. Great practice, everybody. So let's just sit for a few moments to let the body digest that experience. Letting your eyes close if that feels comfortable. And even just being seated, noticing if you're holding on to tension in a part of the body where you might create some more softness, some sense of ease. No need to breathe in any particular way, but if you'd like to practice that 3 to 4 breath, please feel free. Noticing whatever there is to notice that's come because of your practice. Changes in the body, your thoughts, your energy. Letting go of any self-criticism or self-judgment. And if you're using that 3 to 4 technique, you can just put that aside now. Just let your natural breath return. Add some final stretches. Whatever feels right. I would say it's like putting the cherry on top of the sundae. Oh, feel free to groan and grunt and sigh and yawn. And with your hands in prayer position, let's again unite our voices in the sound of Om. Deep breath. Om. Om Shanti. Peace. May all beings everywhere know peace. Namaste.